Hey beautiful souls! Welcome back to Zen Mind Peaceful Life, your safe space for calm, clarity, and cosmic wisdom. Today, I'm bringing a serious alert specifically for all Aquarians and anyone deeply connected to the Aquarius energy. Mark your calendars because between June 1st and 5th, the stars are lining up in a way that could shake your world. If you don't take action now, you risk losing more than just your peace. We're talking potential losses in your finances, relationships, or even your personal stability. Sounds intense, right? But here's the thing, this isn't just about doom and gloom. It's about awakening, growth, and stepping into your true power by understanding what the universe is showing you. Over the next few minutes, I'll guide you through the exact astrological forces in play, the psychological traps that Aquarians can fall into during this time, and, most importantly, the practical steps you can take to protect yourself and thrive. So, if you want to turn these challenging cosmic energies into your greatest opportunity for peace and progress, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the like to support our growing Zen family. And don't forget to share this video with anyone you know who's an Aquarius or feels this energy. Trust me, they'll thank you later. Now, let's dive deep into what June holds for you and how you can navigate it like the cosmic warrior you are. Hey, Zen family! Let's take a moment to breathe deeply and tune into something important that's coming your way, especially if you're an Aquarius or resonate with that bold, boundary-pushing energy. The first 5 days of June aren't just another stretch on the calendar. They hold a powerful cosmic signal that can feel like a tipping point, an intense moment where everything you've been building or dreaming about could suddenly feel at risk of slipping through your fingers. I'm talking about losing ground, losing clarity, or even feeling like you're losing yourself. But here's the thing, the stars don't just throw challenges at us to trip us up. They nudge us to wake up, realign, and make smarter choices. Right now, the sky is shifting in a way that hits Aquarius harder than most signs. The reason this time frame is so crucial lies in some tough planetary movements interacting with your unique Aquarian blueprint. Imagine your life as this intricate machine, made up of ideas, relationships, routines, and plans. Suddenly, a few of the cogs in that machine are under pressure, and if you ignore the strain, things can break down quickly. You may feel an urge to rebel, to push back against limits, or to break free from restrictions that have been holding you down. This rebellious Aquarian spirit is powerful. But if it isn't channeled thoughtfully, it can lead to impulsive decisions that create more chaos than freedom. The cosmic dance involves planets that govern action, discipline, and sudden change, like Mars, Saturn, and Uranus, clashing in ways that spotlight where Aquarius energy can go off the rails. When Mars throws sharp challenges, it's like a wildfire of restless energy sparking in your mind and body, pushing you to move fast and take bold steps. Saturn's influence feels like a stern teacher demanding responsibility and focus, asking you to face reality even when it's uncomfortable. Uranus, Aquarius ruling planet, loves disruption and innovation but can sometimes bring shocks that unsettle your carefully crafted plans. This mix creates a pressure cooker scenario in early June where hesitation or ignoring warning signs might lead to significant loss. This isn't just astrology jargon. Picture a friend of mine, Sarah, an Aquarius entrepreneur who launched her dream project last year, a tech startup focused on sustainable living. She's always been fearless about breaking the mold, trusting her gut, and following unconventional paths. But as June rolled in last year, she started feeling overwhelmed. Investors became distant. Communication broke down, and unexpected expenses piled up. Instead of pausing to reevaluate, Sarah pushed harder, convinced she could power through. Within days, several key partnerships dissolved, and she nearly lost the momentum she had built. What she didn't realize was that the universe was giving her a pause, an opportunity to step back, rethink, and restructure before moving forward again. Here's the lesson embedded in this story. When the stars turn up the heat on Aquarius, it's easy to get swept away by the energy, feeling unstoppable or overly confident. but that can blind you to crucial details and put your foundation at risk. The key to navigating this isn't resistance or denial. It's about tuning into those subtle red flags early, listening to your inner voice, and embracing the discipline Saturn demands without losing your creative spark. You might be wondering, how can you tell if you're heading toward trouble? Often, the signs show up as internal unrest, a restless mind that won't settle, irritability, or a growing sense of anxiety. Externally, it might look like sudden arguments with people you care about, missed deadlines, or unexpected setbacks in your work or finances. The challenge with Aquarians is their natural tendency to detach emotionally, thinking they can solve problems purely intellectually or by zoning out. But during this transit, that detachment can backfire, making it harder to read important emotional cues or practical realities. Instead, this is the time to strengthen your self-awareness. One practical step is to journal your thoughts and feelings daily. Writing can reveal patterns you might miss when you're caught up in the rush. Ask yourself questions like, what fears am I avoiding? Where am I rushing without a clear plan? Am I communicating openly or shutting down? These reflections can create a pause that helps prevent impulsive decisions. If you catch yourself feeling triggered or overwhelmed, try a grounding exercise, like focusing on your breath for a few minutes or taking a walk outside. This helps clear mental fog and reconnects you to your core values. It's also crucial to keep your financial footing solid during this volatile window. When energy is unstable, it's tempting to make risky investments or overspend to chase quick fixes. Instead, review your budget carefully, cut back on unnecessary expenses, and avoid signing any major contracts or commitments until after June 5th. If something feels off, trust that instinct. Sarah's story reminds us that sometimes, stepping back from the pressure and regrouping saves us from bigger losses down the road. Communication plays a huge role too. The Mercury retrograde or tense planetary aspects in early June might cause messages to be misunderstood or delayed. Before making big decisions or confronting conflicts, double-check facts and aim for clarity in how you express yourself. It's okay to ask for time to think rather than reacting immediately. This slows the pace and prevents burning bridges you might regret later. Now, I want to touch on something deeper. These external challenges tap into a psychological pattern many Aquarians struggle with, balancing their fierce independence with the need for connection and support. You might feel like you have to face everything alone, but reaching out to trusted friends, mentors, or even a therapist can offer new perspectives and emotional relief. Connection doesn't dilute your strength. It enhances it. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you build resilience and create a safety net that makes navigating turbulent times less daunting. Here's the secret: the universe isn't trying to break you down, it's inviting you to break through to a higher version of yourself. The stress and uncertainty are signals, not punishments. By consciously choosing to pause, reflect, and act with awareness, you're reclaiming your power in a way that few do. You're turning cosmic pressure into a catalyst for transformation. So, while June 1st to 5th might feel intense, it's also a rare opportunity to recalibrate your life's direction. Imagine that instead of losing everything, you come out with clearer boundaries, healthier habits, and stronger relationships. Think of it as a cosmic reset button that, when used wisely, can propel you forward with more clarity and purpose than ever before. If this resonates with you, stay tuned because next, I'll share how you can harness Aquarius' unique strengths, its innovation, vision, and humanitarian heart, to not just survive but thrive through this challenging period. Plus, I'll reveal how the ripples of this cosmic event might also affect people around you, so you can support your loved ones too. Don't forget, taking these steps isn't about avoiding discomfort, it's about embracing growth and stepping into the peaceful, powerful life you deserve. If you find this video helpful so far, hit that like button and subscribe to Zen Mind Peaceful Life. Share your thoughts below. Have you felt this June energy in your life? What changes are you ready to make? Let's build this community together. Alright, Let's keep going and uncover how you can turn this cosmic storm into your brightest breakthrough. As we move deeper into this cosmic moment, it's essential to understand why that exact window, June 1st to 5th, holds such weight for Aquarians right now. The universe operates on a precise timing, and these days are charged with an energy that demands your full attention. During this time, certain planetary alignments create a perfect storm of tension and opportunity. These aren't random or accidental occurrences. Instead, they're part of a cycle inviting you to take a hard look at your life's foundation. The intensity you might feel is because planets like Mars and Saturn are playing tug-of-war with your ruler. Uranus. Mars fuels your desire to act swiftly, to push boundaries and claim your independence. Yet Saturn counters with a reminder that discipline and patience are vital. Without them, haste can lead to breakdowns, not breakthroughs. This cosmic tension isn't designed to frustrate you but to provoke the clarity that comes from balancing passion with responsibility. Now, picture one of those moments where you feel an inner fire, a rush of ideas and impulses, but also a weight of doubt whispering that maybe this isn't the right moment. Many Aquarians find this incredibly frustrating because their natural impulse is to trust their intellect and intuition fiercely. But ignoring that cautious voice often leads to moments of regret, especially during this high-stakes period. Instead of silencing that caution, lean into it. This internal dialogue is your mind's way of urging you to refine your vision and strategy. The challenge, however, is that this period often brings emotional turbulence. Aquarians tend to wear their rationality like armor, which can make emotional signals seem irrelevant or uncomfortable. But during the early days of June, emotional awareness becomes a critical compass. If you're brushing off feelings of unease or frustration, you might miss essential clues about where you need to adjust course. Emotional intelligence is just as vital as intellectual sharpness right now. A close friend of mine, James, who is also an Aquarius, experienced this firsthand last June. He's a creative consultant who thrives on innovation and rapid change. However, during that week, he found himself stuck in a cycle of overthinking and procrastination. His usual go-to strategy was to dive headfirst into projects, trusting his instincts to guide him through the fog. But this time, the universe pressed pause on his usual rhythm. Instead of charging ahead, he felt a growing tension that forced him to slow down. James decided to embrace that tension rather than resist it. He scheduled time for daily meditation and journaling, focusing not on fixing problems but on observing his thoughts and emotions without judgment. This practice brought surprising clarity. He realized that some of his biggest projects weren't aligned with his true values anymore. This insight allowed him to pivot strategically, cutting back on commitments that drained his energy and focusing on initiatives that fueled his passion and purpose. By June 6th, he was already feeling lighter, more centered, and equipped to move forward with renewed confidence. This story shows the power of self-reflection during challenging transits. Taking intentional pauses to tune into your inner landscape isn't about avoiding action, it's about making wiser, more aligned choices. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the cosmic pressure, carving out quiet time to connect with yourself can be the difference between losing your footing and finding a stronger path. Alongside emotional clarity, communication becomes another key to navigating this period. The planetary energy around early June tends to create misunderstandings and miscommunications, especially for Aquarians who value honesty and directness. When you combine the rapid impulses of Mars with the restrictive energy of Saturn, conversations can feel like a tug-of-war between urgency and restraint. In my own experience coaching clients, I've seen how Aquarians sometimes rush to voice their frustrations without fully considering the timing or tone, which can unintentionally escalate conflicts. One client, Maya, an Aquarius writer, shared how she nearly lost a long-term collaboration last June after a heated email exchange. She realized afterward that her words, though honest, came across harsher than intended because she didn't pause to consider the recipient's perspective. This is why slowing down before speaking or sending messages can be a lifesaver now. When you feel the urge to respond quickly, especially in emotionally charged situations, take a breath, step away for a moment, or jot down your thoughts before sharing. This simple habit helps prevent unnecessary drama and preserves relationships that matter most. Financially, this period can also be tricky for Aquarians. The urge to take bold risks or chase quick gains can be tempting, especially if you're feeling restless or impatient. But the cosmic energy warns against impulsive financial decisions. Think of this like a reminder from the universe to ground yourself before making moves that could have long-term consequences. If you're planning to invest, buy, or commit to any financial contracts, now is the time to double-check the details. Reach out to trusted advisors or mentors who can offer perspective. Protect yourself by avoiding hasty agreements or overspending to cover emotional gaps. Practicing budget mindfulness and tracking your expenses closely can build a financial safety net that will serve you well beyond these few days. There's also a psychological aspect here that's worth highlighting. Aquarians tend to be visionaries, focused on the big picture and future possibilities. But during this intense transit, the challenge is to not get so caught up in future potential that you neglect your current foundation. This tendency to live in the what could be instead of what is can make it easy to overlook practical details and necessary maintenance in your life. The cosmic energy nudges you to balance dreaming big with attending carefully to your present reality. Building this balance is a skill that can transform not only how you handle June's challenges but also how you approach life long-term. One effective technique is to set small, manageable goals each day, things that keep you grounded while still moving you toward your larger vision. This approach nurtures confidence and keeps overwhelm at bay. As you deepen your awareness of these energies, remember that Aquarians aren't meant to walk this journey alone. Your natural inclination toward independence is powerful, but support systems can act as anchors in turbulent times. Surround yourself with people who not only understand your visionary nature but also offer grounding and practical help. There's something deeply empowering in the simple act of sharing your challenges and plans with trusted friends or mentors. Not only does it lighten your emotional load, but it often sparks insights or solutions you might not have considered alone. When Aquarians open up, they create space for collaboration that can turn potential losses into collective wins. This is why community matters now more than ever. Whether it's a group of like-minded friends, a professional network, or even online spaces where you can safely express your thoughts. These connections provide valuable perspective and emotional sustenance. You don't have to carry the weight of this cosmic transit by yourself. At the same time, don't underestimate the power of setting clear boundaries. Sometimes support means saying no to people or situations that drain your energy or cloud your judgment. Learning to protect your space and focus on what truly matters is a form of self-love and empowerment. Especially during high-pressure times like these. These dynamics are subtle but crucial to understand. The early days of June are not just about external events but also about the internal shifts happening within you. If you can cultivate patience, emotional insight, careful communication, financial mindfulness, and supportive connections, you'll navigate this transit with grace and resilience. The universe's message is clear: this is a call to conscious living. When you respond with intention rather than reaction, you reclaim your power and create a foundation for sustainable growth. This moment in time, though challenging, is a doorway to a more peaceful and aligned life. So as we move forward, keep these reflections close to your heart. You are not losing control. You are being invited to deepen your mastery over your own life. In the next part, we'll explore how to tap into the unique strengths of Aquarius to transform these challenges into opportunities. You'll discover practical ways to harness your innovative spirit, your capacity for deep empathy, and your visionary mindset to emerge stronger and more grounded. If this conversation is resonating with you so far, I encourage you to engage below. Share how you're experiencing this transit and what strategies you've found helpful. We're building a community here at Zen Mind Peaceful Life where we support each other through life's cosmic ebbs and flows. Remember to subscribe and hit the like button so you don't miss the next part of this powerful series. Together, we'll navigate these shifts with calm clarity and empowering insight. When the cosmic spotlight shines on Aquarius, especially in the intense days of early June, it's more than just a burst of restless energy or a call to action. It's an invitation to tap into the profound strengths that define this sign. Aquarius is known for its visionary spirit, its passion for innovation, and its deep desire to serve the greater good. These qualities can become your greatest allies during challenging times, if you know how to harness them. The visionary nature of Aquarius means you often see possibilities before others do. You're wired to think beyond the immediate, to imagine new systems, new ways of being, and to challenge outdated norms. This forward-thinking mindset can transform the pressure of early June into a creative springboard. Instead of feeling trapped by obstacles, you can use these moments to innovate solutions that others might overlook. Consider a story about an Aquarius friend named Elena, a community organizer who, during a particularly tough week in June, found herself facing setbacks in a local project she'd poured her heart into. The momentum stalled, and support from partners wavered. Most people would have been discouraged, but Elena saw this as a chance to pivot. She gathered her team for a brainstorming session, encouraging radical ideas without judgment. That willingness to think outside the box led to an unexpected partnership with a group she hadn't previously considered, injecting fresh energy into the project and ultimately leading to a breakthrough. What Elena's experience teaches us is that Aquarius' natural problem-solving ability isn't just about logic, it's also about embracing openness and adaptability. When the stars seem to tighten their grip, allow your mind to wander into unexplored territory. Sometimes the answers lie in paths you've never walked before. Another defining feature of Aquarius is its strong connection to community and humanitarian causes. Even when personal challenges loom large, the urge to contribute to something bigger than yourself can be a powerful grounding force. During difficult astrological transits, shifting your focus outward, toward service, connection, or activism, can create a sense of purpose that steadies your spirit. This was evident with Marcus, an Aquarius social worker who felt overwhelmed by the cosmic tension in early June. Instead of retreating into isolation, he dedicated more time to organizing neighborhood support groups, focusing on small acts of kindness and connection. This engagement didn't just help others, it replenished his own emotional reserves, reminding him that he wasn't alone and that his efforts mattered. The lesson here is profound. Leaning into your Aquarian strength of collective consciousness can transform personal turmoil into communal healing. If you're struggling, reach out to causes or groups that resonate with your values. Your participation might light a spark that extends far beyond your immediate circle, and in doing so, you'll find your own spirit rekindled. Alongside vision and community, the intellectual agility of Aquarius is another gift to lean on. You're naturally curious, quick to learn, and love exploring new ideas. When planetary challenges cloud your path, immersing yourself in knowledge or creative projects can be a form of refuge and renewal. This doesn't mean distracting yourself from problems, but engaging your mind in ways that empower rather than exhaust. Take Lily, an Aquarius artist who felt stifled during a rough early June. Instead of pushing through frustration, she channeled her energy into experimenting with new techniques and themes that expressed her evolving perspective. This creative exploration didn't just produce beautiful art, it became a therapeutic process that helped her process emotional upheavals and regain clarity. The practical takeaway here is to carve out space for curiosity and learning, even amid chaos. Whether it's reading a book, trying a new hobby, or simply asking different questions about your current challenges, intellectual engagement can shift your mindset from stress to possibility. As you cultivate these strengths, it's equally important to develop emotional resilience and mindfulness. Aquarius can sometimes dismiss emotions as messy or irrelevant to their cerebral approach. But the cosmic pressures of June insist that emotional intelligence is non-negotiable. Recognizing your feelings, processing them healthily, and using them as data rather than obstacles makes you stronger. Mindfulness practices like meditation, breathwork, or journaling can create this emotional awareness. Imagine sitting quietly each day and gently observing what comes up, whether it's anxiety, hope, frustration, or inspiration, without judgment. This simple act of witnessing can reduce emotional reactivity and build a calm center inside you, no matter how turbulent the outside world feels. I recall hearing about an Aquarius entrepreneur named David who swore by his morning meditation routine, especially during astrological challenges. On days when the tension built up, sitting in silence for even 10 minutes helped him avoid rash decisions and approach problems with a steady mind. Over time, this practice became his anchor, allowing him to navigate uncertainty with grace. Now, as powerful as Aquarius traits are, the universe also reminds you through these difficult times that balance is crucial. Your rebellious spirit thrives on freedom, but boundaries and structure are equally necessary. Saturn's influence during this period asks you to respect limits, not as prisons but as frameworks that support sustainable growth. One effective way to honor this balance is by creating intentional routines that nurture both your creative freedom and your need for discipline. For instance, dedicating specific hours to focused work, balanced by time for rest and social connection, can prevent burnout. Setting small, achievable goals each day helps channel your energy productively without overwhelming you. Maria, an Aquarius writer, shared how adopting a simple daily schedule last June transformed her productivity and well-being. Instead of waiting for inspiration to strike, she committed to writing a little every morning, followed by a walk or tea break. This blend of structure and spontaneity kept her grounded and sparked new ideas. This balance between order and freedom is not about limiting your genius. It's about creating a fertile environment where your ideas can grow and thrive sustainably. Finally, recognizing that this cosmic period doesn't just impact you but also sends ripples through your relationships and wider circles is vital. The tension Aquarius feels may echo in those connected to your sign or aligned with it astrologically: Gemini, Libra, Aries, and Scorpio. Being aware of this interconnectedness invites compassion and patience as everyone grapples with the energy in their own ways. Supporting others, while also seeking support, builds a network of mutual resilience. It's okay to express vulnerability and ask for help. Often, shared challenges deepen bonds and foster new opportunities for growth. One of the most inspiring examples I've seen came from a group of friends, all with Aquarian placements, who intentionally checked in daily during a tough June stretch. They created a virtual circle of encouragement, sharing insights, resources, and simple words of comfort. This practice didn't just lighten their individual burdens, it created a collective strength that helped each of them navigate their unique journeys. So, as you move through these days, remember that your experience is part of a larger cosmic tapestry. Your growth and healing contribute to a wider awakening, and in this, there is profound meaning. If you're finding value in these insights, stay with me as we explore how to translate all this wisdom into daily practices that empower you through June and beyond. Together, we'll cultivate a life that honors your unique Aquarian light: bold, compassionate, and brilliantly free. Don't forget to share your experiences or questions below. Your story might be the spark someone else needs. And if you haven't yet, tap that subscribe button and like this video to join our peaceful, powerful community here at Zen Mind Peaceful Life. Let's keep moving forward with open hearts and curious minds.